Stocks see a broad recovery after the sharp sell-off yesterday. FMCG and consumer durables are the big gainers today, while capital goods and industrials are the weak links in the market.
Stocks of FMCG, consumer goods, two-wheelers, IT and healthcare players clock gains as investors make a defensive shift. Brokerages too adopt a cautious stance on pricey capex-driven stocks.
Crude, metals and bullion see a further decline today, leading to falls of 5 to 9% in the week. Rising inventories as well as concerns over slowing growth add fuel to geopolitical concerns.
The spokesperson for the Telugu Desam party tells CNBC TV18 that the centre's support will be needed to build the state's capital and boost the state's health. The Janata Dal United Party member dismisses demand for rail or a deputy PM for its chief as media gossip.
Hello and welcome. You've tuned into Business Lunch. I'm Nisha Podar. And with me is Hormaz. And remember, it's the CNBC TV18 HDFC Sky election headquarters right here for you. So Hormaz, let's jump in for the markets at lunch hour today. And what a strong recovery that we have seen. In fact, two things really stand out for me. Is that first, the resilience and flexibility of the market to reconcile with a coalition government. You know, it was very quick. And second, I'll watch out for the FII play as the numbers come in later in the day. How are the foreign investors viewing a coalition type government? And between now and then, all the meetings and the various twists and turns of the political parties and the various meetings of the two coalitions are also going to be relieved. So at the moment, Nifty 50, what a strong recovery, 493 points gain, 2.26% gain on Nifty 50. So the levels that we are looking at is far above the levels at which we even opened today, 22,380 levels. Sensex too is gaining 1,500 points at the moment, but the real action is seen, or what has really taken the lead in the recovery is the banking space, which also got the drudging, the maximum yesterday after the election results, 2.7% up on Bank Nifty, and it's the mid-cap universe which also has shown a huge amount of comeback and buying seen at lower levels, over 3% up on the mid-cap universe. Advance decline ratio heavily in favor of the advances, and some of the few Nifty 50 contributors who are on the dragging side on my screen at the moment are BPCL, L&T, Power Grid, the PSU stocks, and the largest bank SBI is also in that list.
There's just no respite for PSU stocks, Nisha. They took a massive drubbing yesterday. Some of them are recovering today, but most of them still remain in the red. But as you mentioned, there is a bit of recovery in the market, but then the question remains is how long will this recovery sustain? Yes, the market is starting to get a little more comfortable knowing that Prime Minister Modi would be sworn in for a third term, as the allies continue to express that they are firmly with the NDA. Both TDP and JDU spoke to us earlier in the day. They also mentioned that they are firmly aligned with the NDA. So as the clarity on government formation emerges, the market is starting to get a little comfortable, but still we have still not recovered what we lost. So we lost quite a bit yesterday. So some recovery, the bulls would take some heart from that, but then there is always this sense of caution that whether this recovery would sustain or not. But FMCG stocks are the ones that I would want to highlight. They are the ones that are the stars of the show in today's session, and almost every FMCG stock is doing extremely well, be it HUL, ITC, Bata, Godrej Consumer, all of them, Britannia as well. They may have come off slightly from the highs of the day, but they are trading with significant gains of anywhere between 3 to 10%. So FMCG is the star in today's trading session. But let's begin Business Lunch by focusing on what is expected of the NDA and the India Alliance meetings due later today. A slew of leaders across the spectrum, which include Chandrababu Naidu, Pawan Kalyan, Nitish Kumar, Tejaswi Yadav, Sharad Pawar and Akhilesh Yadav have all reached the national capital. Parikshit is now joining in to fill us with all the details. Parikshit, over to you.
Well, yes, Nitish Kumar has landed in Delhi. He's now reached his 6 Kamraj Lane residence, which is very close to Lok Kalyan Marg, that is the Prime Minister's residence as well. Very soon he will be heading towards 7 Lok Kalyan Marg for that meeting of NDA leaders, which takes place at 4 p.m. this evening. Chandrababu Naidu will be there as well. A statement coming in from Nitish Kumar at the airport. He was surrounded by a large number of media persons and cameras, around 30 of them, and all of them were asking, will you support the NDA? And his only response was, Sarkar to banegi hi. There will be a government that is formed, but he did not specify whether it's an NDA Sarkar or an opposition Sarkar. So that is something that will keep people guessing for now. Though there have been JDU leaders and spokespersons who've spoken to CNBC TV18 over the course of last 24 hours that they will stay with the NDA and the NDA government will be formed. So let's see what Nitish Kumar says. He's expected to speak to the media in some time from now. Chandrababu Naidu has already said in Andhra Pradesh that he stands with the NDA alliance and the NDA will form a government in Andhra Pradesh and at the centre. He reaches Delhi at 2:30 p.m., that crucial meeting at 4 p.m. and that will be possibly to keep the alliance together, also discuss a date for the swearing-in ceremony. But now the real haggle for cabinet portfolios, for issues such as the deputy speaker's post. There have been some reports suggesting that there may be demands for the deputy prime minister's post for Nitish Kumar as well. So let's see how all those speculations are put to rest over the next few hours. The India Alliance also have a crucial meeting at 6 p.m. this evening. That is at the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president. All top leaders of the India Alliance, such as Sharad Pawar, Supriya Sule, Sanjay Roth, Arvind Sawant, they're all here to attend that meeting. And it's possible that they make overtures to both Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu.
All right. So that's going to be a very busy day for you, Parikshan. Lots of twists and turns in the political arena is what the markets would also be closely watching out for. But Nitish Kumar, Chandrababu Naidu, these two. So following yesterday's verdict, two leaders have emerged as kingmakers amid the efforts to form the next government. And the first is TDP President Chandrababu Naidu, who addressed the press conference earlier this morning, and he said that they are firmly with the NDA. We spoke to the national spokesperson of the TDP, who said that the centre's support will be needed to build the state's capital and boost the state's health. Listen in.
मेरी जानकारी में तो ऐसी कोई अभी कोई कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम जैसी कोई बातें नहीं आई है। आज शाम में 4:30 बजे एनडीए गठबंधन दल में शामिल सभी नेताओं की बैठक दिल्ली में होने जा रही है। इस बैठक में जो मुद्दे उभर करके आएंगे और इस बैठक में हमारी पार्टी की ओर से क्या रुख अपनाया जाता है, इसके बाद इस विषय पर हम लोग कोई ज्यादा बातचीत करेंगे तो फ्रूटफुल होगा। लेकिन मेरी जानकारी में अभी कोई ऐसी विषय नहीं आया है और एनडीए में सभी काम आम राय सहमति से होते आया है, चाहे वो अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी का दौर हो या अभी नरेंद्र मोदी जी के जमाने में। जब कोई ऐसी बातें होगी तो जेडीयू और हमारे शीर्ष नेता आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी इस पर कोई अंतिम निर्णय, अंतिम फैसला करेंगे। अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी के जमाने में आदरणीय नीतीश कुमार जी रेल विभाग को चलाया है और रेल विभाग को चलाया ही नहीं है बल्कि अच्छे तरीके से रेल विभाग में उन्होंने काम किया है। मैं पुनः इस बात को कह रहा हूं कि जिस बात को लेकर के आपने जो सवाल खड़ा किया, मीडिया गॉसिप है कि जेडीयू रेलवे मिनिस्ट्री चाहती है, ऐसी कोई बातें नहीं है। शर्तबाजी के आधार पर जेडीयू काम नहीं करती है। जेडीयू हमेशा बिहार और देश के लिए, देश की उन्नति, प्रगति, विकास के लिए काम हमेशा किया है। हम आगे भी जेडीयू और नीतीश कुमार जी देश, उन्नति, समाज, बिहार, राष्ट्र की प्रगति के लिए काम करते रहेगी। मैं इतना आपको जरूर आश्वस्त करता हूं।
There was a spokesperson of the Janata Dal United also saying that there is no such demand being made to make Nitish Kumar either the Deputy Prime Minister or the Railways Minister, and he called it media gossip. But as we mentioned, Chandrababu Naidu is the other leader who has emerged as the kingmaker in this government formation. We also spoke to the TDP spokesperson and listen into what she had to say. It's also the end of an era in Odisha as well, as Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik has bowed out after failing to win a 7th consecutive term in office. Earlier today, he tendered his resignation to the state governor. His party, the Biju Janata Dal, lost the Odisha Assembly elections, winning just 51 out of the total 147 seats in the state assembly. The BJP is set to form the next government in the state, although with a narrow majority.
All right, so Hormaz, that was the political action and many upsets in this particular election that we have seen. One of the most interesting verdicts in the recent past. With that, we'll slip into a short breather on Business Lunch. But when we return, we will continue our coverage of elections and get you all the latest. So stay tuned to CNBC TV18. All right, welcome back. You're still with Business Lunch, and a quick look at the market at this particular point. In fact, if we really take a look at some of the key contributors in terms of percentage gains at the moment from the auto space, Hero MotoCorp is gaining the most, 5.8% up in trade. Hindustan Unilever, remember FMCG pack, is buzzing in trade today, 5.5% up on that. M&M not too far away. When we look at some of the PSUs, which are still showing a huge amount of resilience, also because of the sectoral play, is ONGC, one of the big gainers, 4.2% up in trade. And amongst the banks, take a look at Kotak Mahindra Bank. At the moment, that heavyweight in the banking space is gaining 3.88%. But when we look at the other components, mid caps have risen more, 3.4% up in trade, and Bank Nifty is also inching towards 2.5% gain at the moment. So Hormaz, market is carrying on with the recovery as well as the positivity at this particular point. Now, the other state which really drove the opposition's tally was Tamil Nadu. The DMK Congress alliance swept the state and also won all 39 seats in that particular state. And senior DMK leader, as well as the incoming MP from the Tuticorin constituency, Kanni Moi, spoke to CNN News 18's Purnima and discussed what she understood of yesterday's verdict. Listen in.
No, definitely, it's a clear mandate which says that BJP's divisive politics and the politics of creating fear in the minds of people is not acceptable, and people want development, growth, employment, and actual changes on the ground. So that is very clearly, coming through in these elections. And in Tamil Nadu, like we've been continuously saying, there's no space for parties like BJP in Tamil Nadu, and the Tamil Nadu people have proved it again.
Today, crucial meeting in the National Capital India bloc. Are you confident that is it what people want, a change at the centre?
No, of course, like every other Indian, I also hope for a change in the centre, but I think it's a very big decision, and even the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu has gone for the meeting today and in Delhi. I think all the leaders of the India Alliance will be meeting today and making decisions about what the future course is going to be. So I think it will be decided only in the evening.
Now, another big upset for the BJP was in Maharashtra, where the opposition India Alliance won 30 out of the 48 seats in the state, while the NDA won 17 of them. The NDA Alliance, in fact, won only 2 out of Mumbai's 6 Lok Sabha seats as well. Santya, who's been on the ground throughout this election, is joining in with more details. Santya, tell us more.
So, Hormaz, first of all, the election results of Maharashtra are not unexpected or not surprising at all, because everyone who was on the ground, on the field, knew what was happening. And in fact, we at CNBC TV18, we did raise the election issues. We did speak about farmer distress. We did speak about Maratha reservation. We spoke about how the trading community was suffering losses because of onion export, and how this was all set to hamper the NDA, specifically BJP's chances in the state. And that's exactly what has happened. BJP could only secure 9 seats, and NDA alliance, which won 41 seats last time. In fact, 2014 also they performed brilliantly, and in 2019 also they secured 41 seats. This time BJP only 9 seats, NCP, Ajit Pawar section only 1 seat, and Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena only 7 seats. So this is BJP's tally, and that's exactly why today, right now, there's a meeting which is going on. We are right outside BJP headquarters in Mumbai, and BJP's state unit's core committee meeting is underway. Devendra Fadnavis is chairing the meeting. This is to assess the damage and what exactly led to this. Because remember, for Maharashtra, it's not just about Lok Sabha. All eyes are actually on the upcoming state assembly elections, because that's where the real power lies. That's where the regional players and the national players are going to settle scores. Because remember, Congress, which won only 1 seat in 2019, this time won 13 seats in Maharashtra and has emerged as the single largest party. If we talk about the election issues, Maratha reservation played a key role. Maratha community voters in many pockets boycotted the elections, and in many places they went ahead and voted for the MVA alliance, that is a part of India alliance. Other than that, farmers' distress played a key role, whether it was farmer suicide or crop damage compensation not dispersed on time, or the other issues. Farmer issues played a huge role. Onion export ban did not sit well with any of the stakeholders in the onion business. That also cost BJP. And other than that, the sympathy wave for Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar finally tipped the scales in MVA's favor. Harmaz.
Thanks so much, Santhya, for explaining all that for us. Maharashtra has been one of the most interesting states which has seen maximum amount of action in the last 5 years, political vendetta as well as brinkmanship, and the verdict has clearly sounded off BJP about the 2 legacy, parties over here being broken up. So lots to see and lots of introspection by BJP in the state. Arvind Sawant, the Shiv Sena UBT leader, reiterated that Uddhav Thackeray will never go back to the NDA. Listen in.
We don't backstab anyone. It's not our history. It's not our history.
That's lovely, sir.
Whether we lose, win, but once we give the word, we keep the words. And this is not the history of our friends. That is what the difference between then and now. We have to establish a character.
Right.
Character of a person, character of the party, what type of party it is, where it believes. Do they believe in Constitution of India? And that is what, the corrupt mentality. Now I feel the culture is being corrupted now. The culture of political culture, the social culture, you can say the economic fabric, it has already been corrupted now. All corrupt practices have been adopted. It has improved by the victory of the Member of Parliament's candidates who have contested this election. The number of votes we have achieved during this election, that proves that which is the original Shiv Sena. The campaign has gone to such a lower level. It was below the belt. The Honorable Prime Minister has, he has not campaigned in a dignified ways. He has lost the dignity.
Arvind Sawant there speaking to Santhya, won from the Mumbai South Lok Sabha seat by a margin of well over 50,000 votes. Now going back to Bihar, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, who has landed in Delhi ahead of the NDA meeting expected later today. Let's listen in to what JDU spokesperson Sanjay Jha had to say.
आज की मीटिंग के लिए मुख्यमंत्री जी
आप कंप्लीटली सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं
अब मीटिंग में जा रहे हैं एनडीए की मीटिंग में
एनडीए की मीटिंग में जा रहे हैं
और इतने बड़े why are you asking this question? ये इतने बड़ा मैंडेट बिहार के जनता ने एनडीए को बिहार में दिया है, 2/3 बहुमत दिया है।
ये कहा जा रहा है कि शरद पवार से आप लोगों की बातचीत कल हुई थी, कितनी सच्चाई है?
मैं इस पर कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा, ये सब स्पेकुलेशन मीडिया में चलता रहता है। आज मुख्यमंत्री जी आए हैं और आज एनडीए की मीटिंग में शामिल होंगे।
All right, so looking forward to that all-important NDA meeting in the afternoon, and then later India Alliance meeting. Those two are going to really show the real picture of the coalition government formation, and that's what everybody is watching out for. While you digest all the action that we just played out, we'll slip into a short breather on the show. When we return, we will continue with our coverage on the election. Stay tuned to CNBC TV18. KCP Limited is buzzing in trade today as Chandrababu Naidu's TDP makes a comeback in the state. Nigel is right here to tell us about the buzz and how the company will really benefit from the new government. Tell us, Nigel.
Well, that's right. KCP is one of the stocks that's buzzing in today's trading session. And the way the street is reading it is, Mr. Naidu is back in pole position in Andhra Pradesh. And if he's back, then maybe, in fact, that big dream project that he had for Amravati could be back on the table. And it could see that development that he's been talking about and that he was talking about in his previous term as well. Now, remember, for Andhra Pradesh, well, he had proposed that Amravati would be the capital. But then, in fact, once he lost a power over them, Mr. Reddy came in there, and currently Andhra Pradesh has 3 capitals. So that's why, in fact, now the street believes that the focus will shift back to Amravati. And by the way, he's going to take his oath, and in all probability, it will be in Amravati itself. So that's the political background out there. The companies that have exposure to Andhra Pradesh as well as Telangana should come up for you on the screen. Though KCP, if you compare it with some of these larger names, well, it's relatively smaller. Let's tell you a little bit about their business model. The key businesses that they have is sugar as well as cement. That's close to around 95-96% of their total revenues. The smaller divisions are the engineering division as well as the hotel business, and they've been trying to turn around those businesses and trying to push that, but it's only 4-5%, so we leave that out for the time being. Let's explain to you the cement business first up. They have a capacity of around 4.3 million tons odd. They have limestones as well, so in case they want to expand, well, they could use that. They've also been hinting at some expansion, maybe greenfield in nature, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. For the time being, we're working with around 4.3 million tons on. It's strategically located in Amravati, so in case there is big development, well, they could sell their cement over there, and it could be a bit of a booster for them. Let's focus on the valuations. We take their cement capacity of around 4.3 million tons. You value it at even $50 per ton. Well, you're getting a cement EV of around 1,800 crores. If you value it at $60 per ton, well, then you're getting an EV of around 2,150 crores odd. And this, we're only talking about the cement business. The entire company is valued at around 1,800 crores. How do I get that? The market cap is around 2,300 crores roughly. And they have cash in their books of close to around 500 crores. That's the net cash in their books that we are looking at. And besides the cement business, we're already saying that the cement business at $60 is 2,150 crores odd. The entire company is valued at around 1,800 crores. The sugar business, well, they have a business in Vietnam, and out there the revenues are around 1,100 crores with a bit of around 239 crores. So the valuations are attractive. It appears there's going to be an Amravati push. If that's the case, they stand to gain. Just to point out here, the institutional holding is 2.5% odd, but no notable name has more than 1% odd. The stock is buzzing, so we thought we'll explain that to you. Back to you.
Buzzing indeed. The stock has surged to the day's high as you were speaking, Nigel. It's up 13% now, almost nearing 190, up 80% in the last 12 months is KCP. So not bad going for the stock there. But with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Business Lunch from Nishami and the team that put this show together. Thank you so much for watching. Midcap Radar takes the action forward.